Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Draco Malfoy's life was a lie. Well, the majority of it was anyway. He spent so much time trying to be someone he wasn't, and even when he did finally break free from the shackles of what he believed society expected from him, his life was still hit with tragedy. Everyone looks at Harry Potter and thinks of the people who've died, and yeah, they express their heartbreak over them. Take Sirius Black for example, or Remus Lupin, Nymphadora Tonks, Dobby, Dumbledore, all of whom had tragic deaths, but does anyone ever wonder about the people who are actually left alive? Harry Potter is someone who survived but has to live with those deaths on his hands, on his conscience, and it still haunts him to this very day. He doesn't even like to talk about the events of the Battle of Hogwarts. And Draco Malfoy has pretty much had a sad life from the very beginning, and please don't let his financial situation fool you. It plays no part in any happiness he did have. Draco has been in his father's shadow his entire life. Lucius has thoroughly embedded the values, beliefs and practices of what a pureblood supremacist should be, just like his father did with him and his father before him, stretching back multiple generations of the Malfoy family. The issue is, Lucius Malfoy, despite loving his wife and son, wasn't exactly the kindest or warmest hearted of men. He was a strict disciplinarian and made sure his son learned the hard way. To his credit, it worked. He shaped Draco into a smug little bigot of a child, which shone on his very first day in Hogwarts, even before that actually in Madame Malcolm's. He grew up hearing his father's stories about Lord Voldemort and how he tried to free the wizarding world from the shackles of the current climate, how the Dark Lord wanted to purify the unworthy and restore order, how Muggleborns were nothing but filth, spreading their disease across everything the Malfoys and other wizarding families held dear. Now, Draco may have appeared to be just like his father, but the truth is, he wasn't like him at all. He was just being who he thought he should be, who his father thought he should be, who the pureblood elitist society thought he should be, when in reality, Draco did have his mother's soft heart. He grew up with her love. He wasn't deprived of it. He wasn't mistreated. He was able to coast through the very first years of school, being the bully he was while showing loyalty to his family, their beliefs and what a pureblood wizard represents. He got away with a lot of things while trying to make Harry Potter's life a misery. It was only when things got complicated, with Voldemort's return, that we see Draco buckle as he battles his conscience. He'd spent so many years bragging about the change that was needed and what he'd do himself if he only had the opportunity. Then the opportunity arrives and the weight of pressure that comes with it is consuming. Draco's first real assignment as a Death Eater is to assassinate the greatest and most powerful wizard of the age, Albus Dumbledore. It's very obvious, I mean really obvious, that this is a clear setup from the beginning by Voldemort, as Draco wouldn't last 5 seconds 1v1 versus Dumbledore. Not that Dumbledore would even entertain a fight with him anyway. He tries mediocre, half-hearted attempts to kill the headmaster from behind the scenes, like the cursed necklace and the laced mead, which actually do cause severe damage to the people who they were not meant for. This really affected Draco, and it highlights that he did not have the ruthlessness it took to be a Death Eater. There was no hate in him. He didn't despise all Muggleborns and sympathizers. He had no desire to hurt people like so many of Voldemort's followers did. He battled his conscience and guilt every minute of every day until it reached his breaking point during his school hours. He lost weight, he was gaunt, he was weak, he was living a lie every single day, and what frightened him more than anything was the fact he knew he had no way out. He entered into a lifetime of servitude to Lord Voldemort. That's what that tattoo meant on his arm. It was going to be killing, torture, and all sorts for the remainder of his life. His mother Narcissa also knew. She knew he would fail his first assignment and looked to Severus Snape for help, which in turn actually saved Draco's life. Tom Felton delivers a great line that sums up Draco's feelings towards being a Death Eater, and I'm going to play it for you now.
I have to kill you. He's gonna kill me.
So that moment highlights how fragile Draco's mindset is, and the only downside is it's overshadowed by Dumbledore's death moments later. It's a fantastic piece of acting if you ask me. So anyway, let's continue. Draco then spent the rest of the war reluctantly participating in events, knowing that his life was never going to be the same as long as his father was in such poor position of favour with Lord Voldemort. He felt the pressure of having to do something momentous in order to restore order, and it just never sat well with him. Even after the Battle of Hogwarts, even after getting away with the crimes of being a Death Eater, things don't exactly get any easier for him. Everyone knows what he'd done, and not a lot of opinions on him change. Even when he starts his own family with Astoria, when he finally allows himself to be the person who he's always been on the inside, her blood curse worsens after the birth of their son Scorpius, which sees her succumb to her fate. Draco is left without the love of his life. He has to continue to face the world without her, and to continue raising their son in her absence. To be honest, I believe that Draco got dealt one of the worst hands in the series because he wasn't born a racist, narcissistic bigot. He was raised one, and I can tell you guys, I can assure you, there is a difference. Draco's life is a lie because he never actually got to be who he was meant to be from the start. He had to live wrong. He had to live a lie in order to realise that he should not try to be someone he's not. In a way, and I can't believe I'm saying this, we can't really blame Lucius Malfoy either, because he was just raising his son in the manner that he was raised by his father, and that's how it's been for generations in the Malfoys. I like Draco as a character. I know part of his early development was down to the fact he would make a reprieve. He would realise that what he was doing was wrong, and the path was there for that turnaround. But anyway guys, with that being said, what do you think about the situation? Do you believe that Draco's life was a lie and he was basically being someone he truly wasn't? Let me know in the comments section below. I'm pretty sure I may not have been the only one who thought this, so I'd love to see who has a similar mindset to my own. Thank you so much again for watching. Thank you to those who have stuck with me. It means the world, and do not forget, I will see you all in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever, so please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content, so if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.